What's going on, guys? It's Mitch from Full Vape Ahead, and excuse me for kind of slurring my words. I just got back from the dentist and I had to get 2 cavities filled, so this side of my mouth is like super numb. But other than that, today we're going to be doing a review on the Nimbus Clone. Um, yeah, I bought this thing back probably... that's not working. Nope. Okay, there we go. You can't really tell. But I bought this thing probably 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. You know, I've been rebuilding coils and vaping on it, and rebuilding coils and vaping on it, doing sub-ohm coils, doing normal coils, doing whatever coils. This coil in here is a 1.1 coil, and it's been vaping pretty good. I'm using a 50-50 blend with organic cotton in there. So yeah, I'm going to take a few toots off it and let me know what you guys think. So it's not the best vapor production ever, but for 17 bucks, can't complain, you know. It outweighs, you know, any of those tanks that you buy, any clearomizers. It outweighs those, you know, no matter what. It's a really good vape. I like it a lot. You know, the only thing, like I stated in my previous video, the only thing I don't like about it is the 3 pins are kind of, the center pin is higher than the other two, so it kind of puts the coils at an angle, so you have to turn with like a screwdriver or whatever you wrapped your coil with. I suggest keeping that on there, putting the coil in, tightening it down, and kind of bending it straight, so that way you don't have that weird, you know, cocked, angled coil. So yeah. So it's got some pretty good vapor, you know. That was a lung hit. Here's a mouth to lung hit. So, you know, that's pretty good. I like it. It's, you know, it's not that bad. I tried doing a super nano coil in it, but after I saw Rip Tripper's video on the super nano, I tried to roll one over, where did I put it? Over this guitar string. It's really thin, so I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. Here we go. See it right there? Oop, that's blurry. Okay. Oop, it's vibrating, but there it is. So yeah, I used that to wrap a super nano coil on it, which was awesome. It came out to be like, I think, I want to say like 0.5, 0.4. Really awesome, except I didn't pay attention to where Rip Tripper said don't dry burn it. So I dry burnt it, and of course, you know, the coil just shattered. It just smoked up and it was done. I couldn't do anything with it. You know, luckily I got a few vapes off of it, but yeah, it wasn't working that well for me. But other than that, you know, it's a good first rebuildable for anybody. I would highly recommend it. You know, the drip tip kind of doesn't stay on. You know, it's got one single O-ring on there. You just pop it in, it's good to go. This, it's got some great O-rings, you know. Like I'm shaking it, nothing. Barely popped up anything. It's got, you can run dual coils in here. You can try to run a quad coil setup. It's not going to work that well because it's a very tight, I guess, reservoir. It has two, I want to say 1.3 millimeter holes or 1 millimeter holes. I'm not sure. I haven't had a chance to measure it out and actually pay attention to it, but it gives you a pretty airy draw. So it gives you a pretty good draw. I've been using, you know, my favorite juice of all times. You know, I can't replace this stuff. I love it. It was the Space Jam Andromeda. I've been using that to drip all the time. I have it. Hold on 1 second. Ugh. I put it in an empty squeeze bottle, you know, just to make it easier for dripping. But other than that, it works really good. Trying to get situated in my chair. You know, it works really good. I like it a lot. 18650 battery, you know, on top of this, excuse me, this unknown mechanical mod. I don't know what it is yet. I'm trying to do some research on it and figure out what this mod is, so that way I can actually do a review on it and let you guys know what I think of it. Oh gosh, the morphine's getting to me. I want to build a 1.4 coil on here, a 1.4 ohm coil on here, so that way I can actually use it on my MVP, which I'll have a review for coming up shortly, along with the aero tank. So stick around for that if you guys have enjoyed any of these videos. But yeah, you know, it's a good mod. It's a good rebuildable. No complaints. I use it all the time now. Occasionally you'll get a dry hit if you don't drip enough in there, or if you don't have it angled right. It's all part of the rebuildable, so you never know. But yeah, you know. Sorry about that. But yeah, it's been a really good rebuildable. Not a whole lot else to say about it, you know, other than it works great, it vapes great. Can't complain about it, you know, for my first rebuildable. Definitely enjoy it. I don't know what rebuildable I'm going to go for next. If I want to start looking at, you know, a K-Fun or a Triton or, you know, the Zenith or any of those. I don't know which one I want to try, because I definitely want to get, you know, a higher quality, you know, a better rebuildable, because I just, you know, I feel like I can, you know, get the better production, you know, have that adjustable airflow, because this does not have an adjustable airflow on it, you know, whatsoever. It, you know, it just doesn't, and I wish it did, because if it did, it would be awesome. I would love it, but it doesn't, so it's okay. Other than that, you know, I've been vaping that, been vaping on my MVP. Nothing else to say. I went and saw a band. Excuse the hair, it's all over the place. I went and saw a band at one of our local venues, who's one of my all-time favorite bands. I don't know if you'll be able to read that. Counterparts. They're a really awesome band. If you're into hardcore and you're into the hardcore genre, definitely check out Counterparts. They're an amazing band. I would recommend them to anybody getting into hardcore, anybody that likes hardcore and hasn't heard of them first. So yeah, definitely check out Counterparts. Definitely check out the Nimbus Clone, you know. I paid $17 for it. I've been wrapping it with wherever my Kanthal went. Never prepared. I got 28 gauge Kanthal. I've been wrapping it on a, what is this? A 1.4 millimeter screwdriver. I've been wrapping it on that. You know, right now I have a single coil setup in here, and like I said, it's running at 1.1 ohms. It's a pretty good vape. Yeah, it's a really good vape. Other than that, you know, I can't complain about anything. You know, I think I've gotten on this rebuildable craze where I just rebuild. Like, I'll use a coil for like 2 days and then I'll rebuild something different. You know, I'm trying to figure out, you know, different kinds of coils and stuff like that. Maybe a twisted 28 gauge Kanthal. I don't know yet. But yeah, like I said, other than that, it's a really good vape. I would recommend it to anybody who's trying to get into rebuildables. It's a really good first easy rebuildable atomizer. I would definitely recommend getting an ohm checker before you do anything. This right here is key. because if you have a variable voltage, variable wattage that does ohm checking, but it does not have, you know, you can't go sub ohm on it, you can't go past like 1.3 on it, it's going to read no atomizer. So I would recommend this to anybody. You know, I think I paid, you know, $20 for this. Yep. Ooh, I'm still getting used to this camera. I paid $20 for it, and I can't complain about it. You know, it's a really good thing to have, and it's really handy because you don't know what, if you don't have one of those, you don't know what ohm your coil is. So if you put it on a variable voltage, variable wattage mod that you can't support it, it's not going to run. It won't fire it. Trust me, I've tried it on the MVP. You know, I tried to do one, and then I checked it, and it was like it was like not even a 1.1. It was probably like a 0.06 or 0.6, sorry. So if you don't have a mechanical mod, you probably should get an ohm checker just to make sure about it, because if not, it may not fire, so you won't be able to do anything. And I just realized I'm looking at myself on camera, and my lip is just it's just all goopy and crap. Yeah, but I had to get 2 fillings filled this morning, so they shot me up with morphine. So I'm definitely feeling good, but can't really feel any of that. Yep. So this has been Full Vape Ahead. And you know, keep watching, keep subscribing, do what you gotta do. Keep on vaping, guys. See ya.